The bottom area is clearly in, and 85 days. That's what the average tells us how much time we have to buy Bitcoin, because the bottom area is in, but alt season isn't. And if you confuse those two, you can buy the right thesis in the wrong order. Bitcoin's bottom indicators have fired. Ethereum is up almost 9% against Bitcoin in 1 month, and it looks like the rotation has started. But one part of this market still says, wait, not yet. So today we're not asking if crypto is cheap, we're asking where the next dollars go. Bitcoin, Ethereum, or altcoins. So 5 things to look at, and only one is still closed. A bottom that means that the forced selling is stopping, right? That it's running out, and that the risk reward improves at that level. That's why you see that the Bitcoin production cost has always acted as a floor, because why would miners sell for less money than what it cost them to mine a Bitcoin in the first place? And the current rotation, it means that capital starts preferring Ethereum over Bitcoin. I'm gonna show you, and that chart looks super juicy at the moment. And alt season means that the leadership is spreading towards a broader market, and those can happen weeks or months apart. And this makes it hard, right? The normal sequence is pretty simple, actually. Bitcoin stops bleeding first, then Ethereum starts gaining against Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin dominance, it starts rolling over. Then the breadth expands, and only after that everybody is going to look at buying altcoins as they have more money to spend. And that's an understandable switch. And this is one of those stacks that I've been using for it. And it basically initially answers just one question, right? Is the floor close enough to start taking risk and to start DCAing into Bitcoin? But it doesn't really answer right away the second question, which asset deserves the risk first? And it's not Bitcoin by definition, really. A floor tells you when to stop hiding, right? Relative strength tells you where the money is actually going. So let's figure that out and how much time we have. So before we talk about Ethereum and the big breakout that's brewing right now, let's kill one dangerous exception, right? A bottom is not one day in your portfolio stops going red and you can, get in and it goes up right away. A bottom is a process. It takes time. And how much time do we have? Well, look, we don't know. We only can tell if it's over, right? But we do have data to work with, and it would be a little ridiculous if we don't use that. So if you look at the indicator tournament, 31 indicators, all ranked. The 5 winners stay right here. Give a score from 0 to 100. It's now sitting at 15. That's a deep value zone. That's just where you want to DCA. Now, if you look also at the previous moments in the market when it was during the same accumulation area below 20, right? In 2015-14, here in 2018, in 2019, very briefly, 2022, and we are there right now again. And if you take all these bottoms, then the historical median is that it stays there for 212 days. Right? So 212 days, it's just across 4 past zones, right? So that's not a guarantee, it never is. But if we look at the median, somewhat of the average, it's 212 days that we spend there. But we already are there for 127 days. So based on that, we have 85 days left of this opportunity zone that we are in right now. Now, if you run a DCA simulator, very simple, from the 2015 cycle bottom, the bottom that I just showed you, right? You would have invested $100 per week in that entire zone right there. But look at this, 54% of the time of your whole DCA moment, you were in a loss, right? And only 45% you were up. So the same goes right now. If you are now dollar cost averaging, expect to have a lot of days where you are in the red. That's the whole point of DCAing, actually. It shows that even during DCAing, where you are half of the time, more than half of the time in the red, it feels bad. This is eventually what you end up with. That's not a bad deal. However, if you look at altcoins against Ethereum, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, and it's now down a little bit from that point, but altcoins versus Ethereum were doing really, really well. And I said I expect this chart to actually go down, and therefore I'm more bullish on Ethereum right now. And although we still have a long way to go down, it is, still somewhat elevated. And therefore, I think Ethereum is right now the best buy. I filter it down like that. And then if you get a confirmation from Ethereum itself, yeah, this is looking fantastic right now. But there's one thing as well. If you look at Ethereum on its Bitcoin pair, right? So this is Ethereum price in Bitcoin, not dollars, Bitcoin. Look, the dollar chart is telling you whether Ethereum is going up, but the Bitcoin pair is telling you whether holding Ethereum was a better decision than holding Bitcoin, right? And the interesting thing about this chart is now the following. It was going down from August 2025 until now. So that's basically a year. It broke this trend line. Now, this could still be a fake out, right? It's early in the week, but this is looking really bullish. So far we have a real bounce right here, but not a full trend. So unlike a lot of altcoins, Ethereum is not dead against Bitcoin. It's pushing directly into the first gate that would force the market to take rotation like really seriously. And that's not alt-season confirmation. It's an early rotation attempt, right? And that's what you really want to, like, it's not like, hey, when Ethereum is going up, alt-season starts. Again, then it still matters what altcoins do against Ethereum. And if they are going down at that point, then just be in Ethereum. And ETH, the boring coin, will have a lot of hype when it happens, right? And I don't want a story, I want levels, right? This is basically what I'm looking at. A daily break and a hold above this level right here. Where we are pretty much right now, actually. That would be the first confirmation for me that it is really going to be taken seriously. And you want to be a little earlier than the rest. Because it would say that this bounce is more than a bounce. It survived this exact area that stopped this for months. And then I think that a weekly reclaim around 0.03 is like a real strong signal that this is basically the confirmation signal for me. It would not guarantee an alt season. I would say that Ethereum is earning leadership over Bitcoin again. And, that's the first step as it restores a lot of trust in the altcoin market as it is the biggest altcoin. And there's a chance that we go below this level of 258, give or take again. And that would just, reset this whole attempt. And we have to be more patient with it. And that's not because Ethereum is, suddenly worthless, but because the market rejected the whole attempt. And quick disclosure, I hold Ethereum and multiple altcoins at this point. My Bitcoin positions, it's basically dust. And I still hold sustainable stablecoins. So yes, I benefit if this rotation is happening right now. And that's exactly why I'm giving you the number that will prove me wrong on the shorter term as well. So if you like analysis that also includes invalidation levels instead of just the exciting part, then, subscribe if you're new. That's exactly what I've built the channel for in the first place. And then we have the chart that nobody currently cares about, but that a lot of people are going to care about very soon, which is the Bitcoin dominance. Now, that's currently sitting pretty elevated, and the number itself is not really bullish or bearish. It just tells me how much of the crypto market still belongs to Bitcoin, right? Yeah, and look, what needs to happen? I think it just really needs to lose this support. The Bitcoin dominance is now ranging at this support for a year as well, and it's now at the lower side of it again. But yeah, thinking that it will break down this time, you could have thought that many times, right? So it might as well range for a while. And that's where a lot of people lose patience, I think. They see Ethereum outperform for 3 days and they buy every altcoin that they remember from the last bull market. But Bitcoin dominance is not the enemy, right? It's the timing of when you get into what. You can ride a fantastic bull market and switch it over and put it somewhere else. All fine. But the timing is most important here. But again, be a little careful with the Bitcoin dominance sitting at the lower range, right? If this just simply holds where it is right now and it might go up again, then your random altcoin bag does not really care about Ethereum having a good week. Then let's go over again the altcoin versus the Bitcoin chart, because that's the alt season chart that we all really want to see, right? And that's others divided by Bitcoin. That's the broader altcoin market. It's basically the mid-cap altcoin market measured against the asset that it has to beat, which is Bitcoin. And one Ethereum chart can lie about an alt season, but the breadth can't, right? So if Ethereum divided by Bitcoin breaks out, but others divided by Bitcoin stays flat, then the market is telling you that the capital trusts Ethereum and not the entire altcoin market. So this can still be useful. It's just not the phase where every low chart deserves money and is going up as well. So what I would like to see here is at first a higher low, right? I think that we have been making higher lows so far since June last year. So for more than a year, the mid-cap market has been outperforming Bitcoin already, but very slowly. So people don't really notice. But if you look at it, this is not a bearish pattern right here, right? And if we then follow that by a break of the local range, which is kind of where we are sitting right now, up to maybe 0.14 or something, while more of the top 100 coins start to outperform Bitcoin, that's something that I think, yeah, okay, now we are really brewing, and you don't want to get in too soon, but you definitely don't want to get in too late as well, as FOMO can really fuck you up. So if this will happen, then it's not just one meme coin, right? Then it's not one random pump, then it's the overall breadth. Look, okay, 3. So this whole part of the analysis kind of asks, like, are altcoins becoming strong, or is Bitcoin just simply carrying them upward, right? And in this case, it's not Bitcoin carrying them up. It's altcoins doing it themselves because they are so crazy freaking oversold. And I get it. Often people ask, like, where's the money coming from? Well, apart from Bitcoin, apart from Ethereum, apart from the overall money printers, what about the stablecoin supply, right? Stablecoins are the dry powder in crypto literally itself. It can be injected straight away. And right now, the stablecoin supply is roughly sitting at $309 billion. That sounds enormous, but over the last 30 days, it has fallen around 1.4% or so. So it's not that spectacular. But when it comes to an alt season, look, alt season, it just needs, like, a broad alt season needs, like, fresh capital entering or existing capital, like from Bitcoin going really aggressively out of Bitcoin into the altcoin market right now. And at the moment, that's both not happening yet. So let's discuss the real bear case scenario. And there's no bias here. I'm pretty much half crypto, half cash. So for me, both sides are fine, right? But we want to stay realistic. But that also goes for the bears, because the bear case is not that every indicator is fake and that crypto is going to zero and that altcoins are dead this time. That's a lazy way of thinking that will always wreck people. The bear case is that the bottom indicators can stay early, right? Stablecoin liquidity is contracting. Bitcoin dominance stays elevated, and that Ethereum Bitcoin is still inside a larger downtrend. And in that version, the bounce is a relief, just like, and not a real reversal. But these are a lot of conditions that have to come together, though. And look, the bears can be right about timing, maybe, and still be wrong about the direction. Right? That's the thing. At the end of the day, it's all an educated guess that we all try to make. And that's why being either all in or all out is both intellectually lazy right now, right? It's not the smartest thing to do. The market is giving us a sequence and not a single magic candle that we should follow with certainty. But if we follow the steps and if we look at what matters and what always drives it, then we have a pretty good direction right here, right? Gate 1, the bottom foundation right now, it's open. Gate 2, Ethereum, Bitcoin, not really open yet, but it is moving. So a hold below 0.087 or something, that really matters. And 0.03 is really the strong level where I think we got a lot of confirmation. Then we had gate 3, the Bitcoin dominance has not completed it yet. It still needs to break down. Will happen eventually. When? I don't know. Gate 4, the broader altcoin market breadth has not proven Ethereum's strength to be spreading out over there yet. So altcoins against Ethereum, it's now in fact going down instead of up. And I think we have to follow and finish that move first. So enjoy the Ethereum outperformance, I would say, before we can really look into altcoins. Yeah, and then there's also gate 5, which is basically the stablecoin liquidity, which is not expanding yet, but derivatives are also not euphoric. So my verdict, my thesis right now is pretty straightforward. Bottom area, yes. Big yes. Capital letters, yes. Like what's even bigger than capital, yes. Rotation, early. Alt season, not yet. That's not bearish. It's not bullish. It's just what it is, right? It's an order of operations, basically, that we have right now. The market is not telling you to stay out. It's telling you to size by confirmation. Bitcoin earned the floor first. Ethereum is trying to earn leadership next, and the broader altcoin market still has to earn your trust, and that's normal. That will take some time. Now, I would say do not wait for the word alt season, right? Verify that the bottom stack and all the indicators are actually working again, and then build your base over there, right? Your problem is not picking the perfect day. It's having no plan when it starts to move, and then you are going to get impulsive because there's no time left. If you're mostly in Bitcoin, watch Ethereum Bitcoin right now. Again, a hold above this level would really confirm a breakout. And overall, I would say if you are in for a 2 or 3x, nice, stay in Bitcoin. If you look for more, what are you doing in Bitcoin right now? If you already have Ethereum, look, do not confuse the strength of Ethereum with permission to buy every altcoin, right? Wait for the dominance and the breadth to confirm that the dominance is kind of spreading. And if you are heavy in alts, stop asking only how far they are down. Ask whether they are surviving against Bitcoin, if they are surviving against Ethereum. A low dollar price can be an opportunity, but a permanently falling Bitcoin pair, then you might as well just be in Bitcoin. The point is not to copy my allocation or anything, right? It's to stop using the one market label for 4 different portfolio states. And look, this could save you a lot of time. If you want to stop rebuilding all these checks manually first every day, right? Alpha Factory tracks the watch list, the pair strength, the sector signals, the risk context, all in one place, all the bottom indicators combined. So you can use just a simple watch list right here on the Alpha Factory IO/watchlist. It's a smart watch list, right? Watch it. Do not use it to outsource judgment though. Use it to catch when the gate changes. Before the word alt season is everywhere. This right now is by far the easiest part of the cycle. By far. Let me know. Comment rotate if the first, Ethereum Bitcoin break is enough for you to start moving, and comment not yet if you need 0.003 or whatever, or a falling dominance first, or a broader altcoin rotation to confirm your beliefs. And add the one chart that would change your mind, right? I will use the strongest answers in Friday's market update as well. Look, the bottom is where the risk goes down, where it falls. Alt season is where the leadership, where the dominance, it spreads out. Those are not the same event. The expensive mistake is not being bullish or bearish. It's buying the right thesis in the wrong order, I think. The market does not owe you certainty. It gives you signals, and your job is to respect these signals and to make the best out of that. If you have not seen the bottom evidence itself, watch this video. That video proves the floor. This one tells you what has to happen after it. Take care.